残酷な天使のように少年よ神話になる青い風が今胸のドア
War. War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
intro. My fucking brain's blown out. Everything loading right at the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Yes.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Bet.
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Alright. So, what I believe will be the best build I can make. I'm gonna put 1 point in perception, the rest in endurance.
I guess that explains how you're still alive. You're built solid as an oak. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Dogs are still barking.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat.
House.
Renovate.
Night.
Shelter. Campfire.
Enemy.
Vaporize.
Light.
Beam.
Mother.
Jeans. I meant the type of jeans, but okay.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Oh, it is. Disagree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
I kinda agree with that.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
In this game, yes, I will be.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Disagree with
I
that
charge in to deal with my problems head on.
one. Yes, I will do
Almost
that.
done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see. Okay.
Boop, boop.
How about this one?
Ship at sea.
Last one.
Bearded man.
that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Science, repair, and fire. Yeah, we're good.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
I'm only gonna get Wild, Wild Wasteland. Oh crap.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Yep, we're just gonna come back here. Take that. That. Some of those. That and that. Grab all those. Grab those. Lots of stuff that you can just take right off the rip. Free food.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Oh, thanks for patching me up.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Yes, hardcore mode, yep. And then... oh my god. Oh my god, DLCs. Look at how insane this game looks with mods. Umbrella, make it rain. Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Thanks for
Don't
digging me
mention
up.
it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How'd you
I was
find
out
me?
for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
You know them?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
How does Securitron up in Goodsprings?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Alright, see?
Happy trails!
This is pretty cool right here. If you discover a bunch of these, you can send stuff to different locations. Some caps. Have to adjust that real quick. That's pretty cool. What else can I do? Do that. I think that's good.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Just ask her a bunch of questions like, where to get the pram?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Good point.
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Bobby
You'll need
pins.
those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap.
Magazine.
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. Always happy to help someone down on their luck.
Jail.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Word. Thing is, I want this. No, it is mine. So I have the HUD turned off, but if I press one of my keys, it turns it back on.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Crouch, aim, your aim is super steady.
That's the right idea. Look down the... Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
No, I didn't.
Tell you what. I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Sure thing.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
easier looking like. I'll use that. I'm actually gonna use that a little bit. So hardcore. So on normal. Super tense gameplay. Walking from place to place. Quick save. Supposed to talk to her first.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Hear that up on the
Yeah,
ridge
we
behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
Yeah, just get crits easier. Sneak attacks.
Okay,
Pop them
you're
in the
on.
head.
Go give them hell.
There's the other one. Pop loot menu like Fallout 4.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Alright, sure.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Bet. Let's do speed run real quick.
Oh, that's it. There's too many! Had enough? I'm glad that's over. Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty. Bye.
Reputation increase. And I got some free water for survival mode. Hotkey actually.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Sure.
All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright. So, instead of doing that, I'm gonna grab a shovel real quick. Free shovel. My fast character, moving like Usain Bolt. Right here. She said to go to like the schoolhouse and the cemetery or whatever, but I'm gonna save real quick actually, because I'm gonna pop up menu for what I'm about to do. I'll walk over this way and it's gonna pop up this, but I'm good with how I want to. Gonna keep going. Alexander Road. Come up here. There's a gecko right there, but got the rock flower. Oh, can't speak. And then just run on back. Quest done.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Actually, pretty useful stuff. I don't know how much I'm gonna
Hey, that's
use
not
it,
bad,
but
see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important
We're
thing to
making
get is
ammo
it's all the same
a good
idea.
bit, though.
You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Alright. Save it real quick before I do this. You never know with Fallout. I'm gonna fast travel.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
Get out of here.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
What was that
Looks like
about?
our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Where is he at?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Let's talk about something else. What happens if I help him?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the Powder Gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
So, helping Ringo will make Goodsprings like me, but the Pioneers will not like me.
Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit.
Track
Not
down
much,
people.
other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
They said where they were going.
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in
Checkered
from the north
coat.
through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why not Quarry Junction?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
Where were they going?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fella wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
In broken radio, I could look at it if you want.
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Alright, I'm just gonna fix it up,
Feeling thirsty? I can.
and then tell you fixed it.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
So I got the bar to steal more caps.
Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some addition. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon?
Nope. Level up.
Nice.
Not right now. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'll get an extra intelligence. You may think that's a bad idea, but just wait a sec. I have a plan. You do it again, you get another point to intelligence. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna use all 10 ranks of that to get my special stats up. I'm gonna get all the implants. And there's special stuff you can get from DLCs that give you even more special points. So, I can get a pretty stacked character by doing this. There's no level cap, like Fallout 4.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not an enemy.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play?
I do.
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids, so there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see Caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
Not really. But
All right.
people say Caravan's confusing and it's hard and everything. It's pretty easy. It might be like a learning curve at the start, but it's pretty easy to get the hang of. But I have a mod installed called Caravan Tournament, and it gets harder and harder with each opponent, and they have better and better cards, and there's like a money prize at the end. So I'll show that off later. But for right now, we'll do the quest at hand. That's later. You'll watch me get very, very angry very, very quickly.
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
I mean, that could help.
We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Before I take your shit. steel. Easy. I'll keep a pistol running. Just for the ammo. Let's go talk to Sonny, but first show off one of the first, like, gameplay mods, I guess. Game changers.
Hey, what are you doing here? I'm Delilah, and this is my place. I don't normally take too kindly to strangers barging in on me, but I happen to have helped the doc save you.
Oof. What do you do
Mainly,
here?
I help Doc Mitchell around the clinic. I'm going to be a doctor one day. I think I'll need more experience than what he can show me here.
You like it here?
Ever since I lost Uncle Sulik, it hasn't really been the same. I think I need to strike out and find my own destiny.
Uncle Sulik.
Uncle Sulik was like my dad's brother, but not really. See, Dad was raised near tribals in California and had a close relationship with them. When Dad met Mom, they decided to come make a life for themselves in the Mojave. Uncle Sulik came with them to protect my parents. Something about being bound to him. Sulik treated me just like family, though, and taught me a lot of tribal medicine.
Tribal?
Since the Great War, his tribe had survived for generations in a mountain tunnel complex. They crawled out from the caves in those mountains after the bombs fell, and they remain sacred to his people to this day. Sulik said that giant geckos led them from the caves, and as the mountains are sacred to them, so are the geckos that live there.
What kind of secret remedies did you get shown? What kind of witchcraft?
He showed me how to make his ancestral pain remedy, voodoo. It's very potent and very addictive. Be careful with it. He also taught me to make this special Shadow Walker potion and the process for extracting what he called crag ash from some plants. Coyote healing powder is an old remedy he had used in the days as a young brave with his tribe. It uses concentrated tobacco as a stimulant.
Let's talk about something else. Like you.
What do you want to know?
California?
My parents were from California. They came all the way to Good Springs in search of their own little piece of heaven. I was born here.
You have a mom.
Mitchell's autodoc said pancreatic cancer. I'd rather really not talk about that if you don't mind.
Sorry for asking. So, are you a doctor yet or no?
I'm going to be. I helped Doc Mitchell out, and Sulik taught me some tribal methods, but I will be a doctor one day.
You a tribal?
Uncle Sulik taught me a lot about the ways of his people, and I admire them in a lot of ways. I don't consider myself a tribal, though.
What did he teach you?
I guess the most useful thing he taught me about was tribal medicine. He taught me to fight with sticks, but mainly, he was just Uncle Sulik.
What happened to your dad, if you don't mind? I hope it's not something bad.
Rad scorpions. He was coming back from a
Okay.
training run, and he must have walked into a nest of the big fuckers. Sulik searched for him when he didn't come back on schedule, but he found him too late. The poison had run its course.
Well, sorry. What's this about the clearing?
It's something Uncle Sulik used to say. Instead of dying, when we all leave this life, we meet those we loved at the clearing at the end of the path. I like it. I think it adds some dignity to death.
Would you like to come with me? Be my companion? Make sure I don't die?
I'd love to. I think this is exactly the opportunity I've been waiting for. Let me grab my things. I forgot to mention, I'll be able to help you out with your medical chems. I know some tricks I can show you to make them last longer. I can also make a couple of tribal remedies if you need them.
Bet. Let's go. Also probably gonna change my armor.
I wonder what Sonny's up to.
I'm about to go find out.
You know, Cheyenne's almost my dog. I let Sonny have her when Dad explained all the chores that came with having a dog.
Howdy. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
I'm gonna need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Well, that was easy.
Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
See what I can
I'll be
do.
waiting.
Hey!
Save real quick. I'm gonna grab this actually. New Vegas Bounties 1. It's 10 speed.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Speed 25. Come with us.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Say no more.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
What do you got?
Can do.
Take that.
Pleasure doing business.
Get some supplies, and I'll hit you with the barter check. Boom.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
Sure. And then I'll go talk to Doc Mitchell. I'm not gonna bother getting dynamite. Hey, Doc.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
I just need some stim packs.
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
I'll take it. Alright, let's do this. Let's save real quick.
So what's going on? Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The Powder Gangers are here to play.
Let's do it.
I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Okay, stealth mode on.
I don't know why he was stuck there, but I'm gonna do this real quick and try and make sure nobody dies. Try and do this real fast, take everybody out. Like I'm fucking James Bond or some shit. Running in.
Come on!
Twice, he's running. He's done with one.
Murderer! Fuck this! Fuck this!
What is happening right there?
God damn it!
I don't know what this is, but just give me that. Okay. I don't know what
I
that
owe
was
you a
about.
huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
I'm not gonna explain this, bro. Those guys were whatever.
I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp.
No, I will. You'll give me more money. What the hell happened to you guys? I wonder if I...
Hey!
Glad that's over with.
There we go. We'll just do that. I'm not mixing out on the loot.
Over here!
Glad that's over with.
Whoop. Let those up. I'm getting this up. Do that. I'm gonna do this again. That one more time. Do it again. I'm gonna put one agility.
Hey.
Metal and scrap metal. What?
Okay, here you go.
I'm just gonna end it right here. That'll be the end of the first part, I guess. Ghost Town gunfight. Nice easy little quest to start things off.